good afternoon. Today is Thursday, May 5th, and welcome to Get Real with Jill. Thank you so much for joining today. I so appreciate it. And today is going to be travel tips. We are actually on episode 2. Last week I started with episode 1, but there's so much to know about today's travel, and I am just learning so much, especially with international travel. So thank you so much for joining me, and let's get real, you guys. Okay, well, first of all, if you missed the first show, you can go ahead and you can see it on my Facebook, or you can actually go into YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if there's anybody that you would like to see on any of the upcoming shows or a specific topic, please let me know, because this is for you. So, all right, you guys, let's get real. That's how I start every week. And I'm going to ask you, and maybe so more so the ladies, I don't know. But okay, so I'm assuming everything is okay, because if Michelle, if you can let me know, we're all good. All right, you guys, sorry, I'm just talking to my assistant because I don't know. I'm hoping you guys can see me. All right, so anyway, so let's get real. How many women out there can you actually go on a travel vacation, international, mind you, without a hairdryer or a straightener? Well, I must have a hairdryer and a straightener. So I just actually went and contacted the hotels that we're staying at in Israel. We are leaving next week. They don't have hairdryers. All right, so ladies, for those of you listening, and men, what will you do if you don't have a hairdryer? Okay, we would obviously think we're going to bring one, correct? Yes. But remember, for those of you who have been watching, my goal is to go to Israel for 10 days with carry-on luggage. If I was just checking it in, that's no problem. So not only do I have to bring my hairdryer now, because there's no way that I am traveling without a hairdryer. For those of you who know me, you realize, everybody knows I have super, super, super natural curly hair. Hairdryer is super important. Straightener is important. So for those of you who are traveling and do have appliances, make sure you understand the adapter piece and the converter piece, because I actually have to have a specific converter that, even if I have an adapter for this plug adapter to go into the Israel, when I'm in that hotel, an adapter's just not going to do it, because a converter has to convert this voltage to theirs. If I do the adapter only, it could fry this. Now, the straightener, what's different about this, it has dual voltage. So I don't need a converter for my straightener, but I do need an adapter. Now that's just the start, because what about your cell phones? What about your laptops? So those also mostly will need an adapter. But don't correct me, correct me if I'm wrong, because everybody has a whole different laptop system, cell phones, all right? So anyway, that's get real. Get real. I cannot go without my hairdryer and adapter. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. And just kind of a recap from last week. What's super important when you do travel international, obviously, is your passport. So make sure that your passport does not expire within 6 months, because your passport has to expire after 6 months after your travel. So if you are traveling now and your passport expires, let's say November or May 4th, but you're coming back, that's less than 6 months. So anyway, make sure the passport is more than 6 months of expiration date of your return. Second, you can actually even get a passport card for those who are traveling. This is not going to get you on an airplane, but when you are traveling, what's good, you can just put this in your purse, keep your passport in your safe while you are doing your excursions. All right. So the other thing that that I wanted to talk about too is, gosh, I just had one other thing on my mind too. The other things that we're doing for international travel is getting travel insurance, because you never know what can happen. I mean, what if you get sick? What if a family member does and you can't go? Make sure you look into travel insurance. I definitely did that for Kyle and I. The other thing that's going to be super important is, how are you going to pack? How are you going to travel? What are the clothes that you need? And I know if I go to Cancun, if I go to Vegas, I have a carry-on and I have way too many clothes, way too many shoes, but that's how I like to travel. So, of course, as you guys know, that my goal is to do a carry-on. So I think what's important first here is, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, is let's take a look at what TSA is saying right now. So first of all, that's funny. Okay, so first of all, what my recommendation is, see these long lines here? You want to avoid them. Go and apply for TSA PreCheck if you don't have it. Even if you're like a Southwest frequent flyer for local, it's always nice to have TSA PreCheck, and especially for on the international side. So I have had TSA PreCheck. Oh my gosh, I think mine expires like in probably this year. This gets you faster than these lines because you're already TSA PreCheck. You don't necessarily have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take off your you don't have to take out your laptop. So definitely look into that. Then if you want to go and take a look at what is the COVID restrictions, because you guys, every day I hear different news. Every day you can talk to 3 people, everybody has a different answer. So we're going through Maranatha Tours for our Israel trip, so I'm contacting them for updates. The other thing is you want to go online and also take a look. Just be prepared, and how you can be prepared is A, a mask, B, if you have been vaccinated, I'm not giving any opinion, I'm just giving you the requirements. If you have been vaccinated, make sure you bring your vaccination card. So make sure you're prepared for that. And then also, if you have travel insurance, you might even need to bring that. Bring your medical insurance card as well. So those are things to make sure you go online and look. So I am on United Airlines travel information, and there's some great tools out there. So what you do is you put where you're coming from, where you're going, if you're vaccinated, not vaccinated. I put both on here. This is one that's not fully vaccinated or not vaccinated. This is one who's fully vaccinated. So you'll notice on this one that they have to wear masks during international flights if you are not fully vaccinated. So Israel is a 14-hour flight, so masks are required. Here, if you're fully vaccinated, it's not going to be the same. And either way, you're allowed into Israel, but it doesn't look like that masks are required on the airplane. But again, but it could always change. And in Israel, masks were not required in Israel as of the end of April. So again, no matter what state, what country you're visiting, use these sites. TSA, anything with government, airlines, definitely use those sites. The other thing that is really important is check with your cell phone, use your cell phone company, because we were already set up on international plans, so we were good to go. But if you go there and you're not already set up on international and you need to call back and forth to the United States, that's going to cost you so much money. So make sure you do that. The other thing is contact your credit card company, contact your banks, let them know that you're traveling international. Give them the travel dates that you are, so that when you go to use your credit card, you're not denied in front of everybody. Plus, they want to make sure there's no fraud, of course. So make sure those things are done. All right, so let's talk about the packing. Everybody packs differently. My goal is, of course, as you know, is to do a carry-on. All right, so let's take a look at that. So before we look at the rules of what you can bring on a carry-on, I'm going to share with you what a carry-on bag looks like that I just bought. Okay, hold on. Okay, I can't see it right here. There we go. All right, you guys can probably see my desktop. Okay, so here's my carry-on bag. Okay, you guys, it looks bigger in the picture even. This is my carry-on bag. That usually is about the size of my makeup bag. All right, then here, this is not my bedroom. This is one of my guest bedrooms. This is more of a mail room then. So I had to say that. This is not my bedroom. Anyway, so I'm just putting my stuff in here. So here's the things that I'm bringing right now. And I have about 5-6 outfits. I can interchange. Okay, that's not bad. And then I have another pair of Vans. But do you guys, thumbs up, thumbs down, do you think I'm actually going to be able to do this and put everything in a carry-on? All right. I don't know. All right, so let's go to, because look at what's not here. My hair dryer's not here. My straightener's not here. My converter's not here. My adapter's not here. My underwear is not here. My socks are not here. And then my running outfit isn't there because I do want to work out because I do have a gym. So things are not, my makeup isn't there. There's a lot that's still not there. Okay, you guys, I'm getting kind of freaked out right now. All right. So let's go back. So you can see that. Now what's important now is I have shampoos, I have lotion, I have makeup remover, I have toothpaste, toothbrush, razor, and just so you know, you can take a razor through check-in, but you cannot have a razor that has a blade that you can remove. It has to be one piece. Like a Bic razor that you can buy at the dollar store. Okay, your legs are gonna be totally cut up, but just get the Bic razor. All right, so let's take a look. Last week I was talking to you about the 3-1-1 rule because you can bring liquids and gels, but they have to fit in like a quart-size bag. Okay, well, here we go. I want you to watch this. This is very interesting. Let me know if you think you could do this. Here we go.
When packing your carry-on bag, keep in mind the 3-1-1 liquids rule. Liquids, gels, aerosols, creams, and pastes must not exceed 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters per container. This includes items such as toothpaste, shampoos, and similar personal care items. Consumables such as water, soda, and salsa must also comply with this rule. True or false, peanut butter is not a liquid and can therefore be packed in your carry-on bag regardless of its size. The answer? False. Peanut butter is spreadable and therefore considered a liquid and must also comply with the previously stated rule. All compliant liquids must fit inside a clear, plastic, quart-sized zip-top bag, and only one bag is allowed per passenger. That's 3-1-1. What about bottles that appear to contain less than 3.4 ounces? Ultimately, the size is determined by what is written on the bottle itself, so bottles like these would not be clear to go through the checkpoint. They must be placed in checked baggage. If you have any questions or would like some more information, reach out to @AskTSA on Facebook or Twitter.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, that's the 3-1-1 rule. 3 ounces, 1 bag, and one person. All right, do you notice that they showed a male on that? There was not a female that was doing that because obviously it's a little bit more challenging. All right, so I'm going to share with you, remember the 3-1-1 rule. And here so far, I've been collecting all the things that I need to bring. Oh, people, I don't know. What do you think? Here we go. Oh my goodness, this isn't even everything. Okay, notice I have 2 of these. If I'm gonna use this every day for 10 days, the lotion, my hand sanitizer. So I guess the 3-1-1, look I have 3 of these. I can only bring my my Listerine. Oh my goodness. So this is the challenge. The packing, maybe not so much. But, okay, look at this is a liquid. This is for contacts. So anyway, and that sexy thing right there. People are like, oh my gosh, what does she have there? It's lip gloss, all right. I don't even have my makeup out here. All right, you guys. So I think the challenge for me is I can crumple up all the clothes. I can get everything. I believe in that bag. I cannot do the 311 rule. Seriously, this 311 rule is crazy. And I want to know, can you guys do that 311 rule? I know my girlfriend Elizabeth has. I know when we all go travel, nah, that doesn't happen. Sherry and I always have to do carry-ons. All right, you guys, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a recap from last week. There are so many awesome online websites that can help you. Just go into the airline itself, go into TSA, and it's also going to tell you about the size of the luggages and the weight. And with United Airlines, like Southwest, I love it because I do not pay for my luggage. They allow, I think, one carry-on. I don't know. I just have always one big carry-on. Not carry-on, check-in. But with United, I believe they give you one free check-in, and then you're charged like $50 after that. So I'm not going to be charged anything, I think. All right, you guys. So make sure you take a look at those sites. I would love to know if you have any other travel tips, because there's so much to know pre-2020. And just have safe travels out there. Thank you so much for joining part 2 of Travel Tips. And I may or may not see you next week. That all just depends. We are going to Israel, but I do hope I might be sending some pictures over and maybe do a pre-video of our travel experience so that you can see what's going on our 14-hour flight, how we did, and you're not going to know. Did I take a check-in? Or did I take a carry-on? All right, you guys, I will see you. And thank you so much for joining Get Real with Jill. And you can actually follow me, as you know, on YouTube, any social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to see previous shows, you can go ahead and take a look at YouTube. But remember, I am a realtor, so I've got to talk about real estate, right? So people are saying the market is slowing down. How I'm seeing it slow down is I don't think we're getting as many offers. One listing I just had, we had in January, I had 9 offers. Same neighborhood, just a few doors down, I had 1 offer, but it was a great offer, so we took it. And then this one is in my neighborhood. This house was amazing, and we got 120 over list price, 120,000, and we just closed last month. So you guys, it's not necessarily doom and gloom. People are thinking, oh my gosh, the market's going to crash, or I'm going to wait for it to crash. I know interest rates have gone up. Yes, that can change a buyer, but we are getting more listings on the market because it is that time of year. In April, May, June, you're going to start seeing the upswing because that's what happens anyway. The other thing is I just put a great listing on the market in Roseville, 4-bedroom, single story, 1457 Diamond Park Lane for only $698,800. You have got to see this house. It's meticulous. If you have any questions on it, you want a private tour, give me a call, 916-765-5488. And I will be there tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you have any friends, family, neighbors who would like to see the home, have them give me a call. If you know of anybody who does need a realtor, I would be more than happy to help, answer questions, kind of give some guidance. And I have an amazing lender too. He's a rock star, Rusty Mendoza with Movement Mortgage. Okay, I feel like I just did a commercial, but it didn't mean to be a commercial. I just wanted to share with you. So again, if you have anybody that you would like to see on the show, please let me know, because this show is actually created to be helpful and be educational for you. If you want me to go to a restaurant or give plugs to any new businesses, I would love to do that as well. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Have a great weekend. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Is it really Cinco de Mayo? Look it up, because we celebrate it every 5th of May, but is that the real date? All right, you guys, I will chat with you later, and have a great rest of your... Oh, no, my open house is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, not tomorrow. I'll be working tomorrow also. All right, I will see you guys later. We're going to end this. And yeah, I don't think it's going to let me. Stop live stream. Here we go. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.